And here we go. Big news out of the W. The Indiana Fever, red hot, riding a 5-game win streak. And get this, they're doing it without Caitlin Clark. The last time this team went on a run like this, Clark was leading the charge. But right now, she's sidelined with a right groin injury, and the Fever are proving they can win in a whole new way.
And Coach Stephanie White attributed to it 3 C's. That's chemistry, connectivity, and cohesion, right? So like these athletes have been able to have each other's back, and that's a good testament of the Indiana Fever locker room.
No doubt. You know, they haven't won
A position where they could have plummeted with an injury to their superstar the way that it has happened and played out. They've
Breaking down the streak. Sunday night, they outlasted the Storm. Tonight, they head to Los Angeles with a chance to make it 6 straight, something they haven't done since 2015. And the secret sauce? Everybody's eating. Aaliyah Boston, bigger numbers, Kelsey Mitchell, sharper shooting, Sophie Cunningham, Natasha Howard, all stepping up. And then there's Arie McDonald, stepping right into that high-pressure role with pace, IQ, and confidence. Head coach Stephanie White says it comes down to the 3 C's: chemistry, connectivity, and cohesion. And right now, this locker room is locked in.
6 in a row since 2015. So if they get it done tonight, they're really going to be on a different trajectory.
and we know what happened in the teens with the Indiana Fever.
Okay, look at Ari.
Championships.
She just keeps dropping the knowledge. The WNBA trade deadline now fast approaching. It comes up on Thursday. What is something that stood out to you about the moves that teams have been making thus far?
I am looking at the reunions. First up, New York Liberty's Natasha Cloud and Emma reaps the benefits now of a more developed point guard in Natasha Cloud. When they last played together, Emma won Finals MVP, which isn't that far off from how she's been doing in EuroLeague. But my only concern when it comes to Emma is she's a forward with great shooting ability.
Trade deadline watch. But while the Fever are making noise on the court, the trade market is heating up off it. Deadline's almost here, and reunions are the headline. Natasha Cloud and Emma Meesseman back together in New York, chasing another championship. Alyssa Peely joins the Sparks, reuniting with her old college coach Lynn Roberts. That's instant chemistry right there. And maybe the sneaky best move? Minnesota picking up DiJonai Carrington. Pure energy, elite defense, and a game-changing spark in transition.
Chambers here. And Ari, what difference have you noticed in this Fever team during this stretch?
The only difference is they've had more time in an offensive deficiency now that Napheesa Collier is injured.
Okay, well, you mentioned the injury to
Injury impact, but not everything is smooth sailing. Minnesota is without their leader, Napheesa Collier. She's out at least 2 weeks with that ankle sprain. The Lynx still have a 5.5 game cushion at the top, but trust me, they'll want her back before the playoffs.
Napheesa Collier, and adding someone like DiJonai Carrington obviously helps with depth, right? Because Napheesa is reportedly going to miss at least 2 weeks with that ankle injury and that ankle sprain. How much do you think her loss is going to impact a team like the Lynx that everyone's chasing in the W?
Short answer, if you're the Minnesota Lynx, you want Napheesa Collier back, but the Lynx have positioned themselves in an interesting position, having a 5.5 game lead on the second place team, which is the New York Liberty. And to give you a scope on how big that gap is, between 2 and 10, the New York Liberty with the Los Angeles Sparks, that's the next 5.5 game stretch. So the Lynx have positioned themselves to be a very good playoff team in the top spot, but they're going to want their core back.
Yeah, of course. And
So here's where we stand. The Fever are rolling. The trades are flying. The top teams are holding their breath. And tonight, all eyes on Los Angeles. Can Indiana make it 6 in a row and send a message to the entire league? We're about to find out.